We're going to be discussing over why my aim is so good in Apex Legends. Now, in my opinion, my aim is pretty good. I've just practiced a lot, and yeah. So today I'm going to be going over the main reasons why my aim is so good in Apex Legends. So, right, first thing is a practice. So I know it sounds pretty dumb because everyone has to practice for good aim. And yeah, what I basically do is before I get into any games, I just go straight into fire range, and I just basically just test out my aim and test out what my aim is like, because some days my aim can be ultra good, some days my aim can be the worst. So yeah, what I do is I just stock up on ammo and go straight in. And also, like, some days I'll have lag and some days I won't, so yeah. So the first step is practice. So next step is aim assist. So y'all know what aim assist is, guys, don't you? So basically, because I'm a controller player, I take advantage of aim assist. Look at this. So basically what I'll do is you see that input curve, right? So what I'll do is I'll take advantage of that aim assist. So if you're a controller player like me, what I would advise doing is after every 3 shots, just aiming in and doing that. So it's kind of like, you see them instant headshots. So you've got to have pretty good aim in the first place to do this. But yeah. Next step to having good aim in Apex Legends, and why mine is my settings. So you've got to keep consistent settings and settings that you're going to use over again. So I personally use the default settings. I did used to use advanced, and then my aim started to droop a bit, so I just went back to default. So in this video I will be going over my sensitivity settings as well. So right now I'm just going to go into my settings right here. So I do have my settings on 5 and 3. 5 and 3. So my pyroptic settings are all default. Because I don't have the one yet. Well, they're all going to be default because I don't have them on. Response curve rate. This is very important. So the classic one is not so good. Steady is okay. Fine aim is okay. High velocity is the worst, and linear is the best. So I'd advise using linear response curve. And the look dead zone small. I wouldn't advise having it on none, because look at my screen. I'm not touching my controller right now, but it's just drifting off. So that's why I wouldn't advise this. It obviously helps with aim a bit, because it kind of like thing, and that's the whole point of the video, aim. But when it's drifting off like this, it's kind of just a bit distracting, because you might make the wrong movements. Like, say you wanted to go over here, your aim might just track you and spin you around like there. So I'm going to just that was just for example. I always have that as a small. And then inverted look is off. Movement dead zone is small, and vibration is off. So they're my like sensitivity / gameplay type settings. If you want to copy them, feel free. But I feel the need to stress this, and I cannot stress this enough. Get comfortable on your own settings. Don't just jump straight into YouTube and look for other people's settings. Trust me, I've done that in the past and it's got me absolutely nowhere. I was still bad at the game, even when I was copying people's settings. Like for example, like Majestic and what's it called? Who's it called? Shroud. Like, even though they are pro players, that's what they're comfortable on. Like, for me now, my aim is good only because says that while missing all of his shots. Yeah, the only reason I'm good is because I'm just accurate because of my comfortable settings. Trust me, if I was not comfortable on the settings I'm using right now, my aim would be terrible. For example, if I just switched up to like, what's it called? Switched it up higher or lower. I just don't know what happened there. If I switched it up, say to like, let's just say like 6'2", 6'3", that would make me feel uncomfortable because I wouldn't be used to them settings. So yeah. So yeah, that's all I want to say. And the next is just going to be a few clips of clips of me in firing range, where I've just been testing out my aim, show you through methods you can do to improve your aim. And I'm going to tell you two more tips on how you can keep cover while hitting many of your shots. So I can't do it on these because if that were to fall on me it would kill me, so I will do this. Say you have an enemy here. Yep, do what I do. Strafe to the side, so when you reload, you already have protection instead of doing that. Because that will get you killed. Even if you don't hit a shot, line up a shot and jump out to the side. Like, it's important that you get them low and you have enough bullets in your mag. So yeah, and the next tip is jump shots is always ideal. In this game, it's not like Fortnite. You can actually jump while ADSing. So say I was behind this rock like I just was. If I wanted to go for a jump shot on that bot, it's way more easier because of this function of the game. Like even though it's more harder to hit jump shots, because let's just say this G7 Scout. This is the gun I'm most comfortable with, and there you go. Look, a crack, and that's just jump shotting. So say I were to do this, hit that for 68. They didn't hit me once. Jump shot out to the side. Cracked. Do the same method. ADS with the R301 carbine. Absolutely lasered. Switch back to the G7 Scout. Come on top. Few more bullets. Finished. See, that's how I would play in a game. And the way you don't get hit the most is actually by being protected yourself. Don't just come up and be like this, like for example, oh hello, I'm here. Because for example, they could be doing exactly like J-hops and bunny hops and things while you're sat there stood still spraying. So this is the worst method for keeping yourself safe. What you want to do is try and kind of like slide around and jump and try and just keep yourself from hitting bullets. And if you can, say you hit someone and they're trying to hit you now, try and slide behind rocks. Try and get that high ground over them, and advantage is all the best. If you take control of a fight, like, you're most likely to win. So say this guy who's fighting me right now, right, he doesn't know where I am, but he's probably gonna turn around. So I probably would slide down here, and I would just try and like do my peek methods. And look at that, he got one shot because of my aim. See, this is where aim comes in practice. And another tip I wanted to tell, and can't stress this enough. is side aim. When you crouch, your gun always peeks to the right. To the left, sorry. So say you need to be protected, because they can't see you here. Like, you could always ADS, but you gotta clear more shot if you're crouching and you don't ADS. Like, they've got the most weakest spot on you, yet you can still crack them. If you've got ridiculous aim like me, you can absolutely smack some kids. Of course, you can do things like the jump shot over the corner, and like, of course, like, but cracked already, man. Like, look at this, man.
Can't use my abilities.
What? Sorry, guys, I don't know what just happened. Is it because I cracked that guy? I don't know. And then just take this as an advantage. We have gotten abilities in this game. For example, another way you could use the peek. They can barely see you, yet you've got so much of an advantage. I know all this because I did play Rainbow Six Siege, man. You can peek round the corners to get easy shots, man. Like, look at that. And then the final tip for aim, and this is gonna be the final tip for the video before I end it, is look at that. Is, of course, experience. If you have played on other Call of Duty games or any other first-person shooters, your aim will be godly because of experience. So, like, if you play Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you would just know how to, like, use aim assist. You'd know how to do all these things. So, yeah, guys, that's all I really want to say is just keep it neat, yeah. Just have a lot of experience. I have played COD 1 and COD 2 and COD 3. So if you play COD 3, for example, more of the sliding, more of the kind of jumping. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to say for this video. I guess I'll see you on the next one, so bye-bye.